So, thanks for joining everyone. I'm going to get started. I'll introduce myself first. My name is Pebbles Wiedekamp. I own a couple of product-based businesses, and I am starting a journey to help other moms start businesses from scratch so they can work from home and raise their babies. So, hey Shannon. Okay, let's talk about my favorite apps. Okay. So, the top 6 apps that I use on my phone day to day are, my first one is called Spark, and that's the app that I use for my email. I used to use Mailbox, but then they got rid of Mailbox, and I was frantically searching for the next best thing because there's a couple features that I had to have that the regular email subscribe that the phone gives you, whatever, it just wasn't doing it for me. So I like to be able to snooze my email because I don't like a cluttered box. So if I know I'm like, oh, this is happening next Monday, or I need to take care of this or post this or whatever next week, I can swipe and snooze it for whenever I need to address it. So it's like I'm not just staring at it every single time I open my inbox, and it's for people that are crazy, they'll get to 0 faster because they're, saving stuff for later, delegating the tasks out, and you're not just like, oh my gosh, every time you open your box, you feel like you have to focus on whatever that one thing is. So that's one of the reasons why I really like Spark. And by the way, it's free, so it's totally worth at least trying. The other reason is that there's like long and short swipes. I'm like obsessed with categorizing my inbox now because I have so many different avenues of emails coming in. So I have all these folders, and then if I like short swipe, I can delete. This is how I have it set up. If I long swipe, I can move to a folder, and then if I short swipe right, I could spam it because I get a lot of crap in my emails. And then if I long swipe, I can snooze it for later, like I was just talking about. So I think I have about 6 or 7 different email addresses that feed into my Spark app. So it gets crazy really quickly. So it's really nice to be able to swipe and go in and out of that. So that's my first one. My second one is MyFitnessPal. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have this app already, but the reason it's important for me is because I work at home and I work extremely close to my pantry and my kitchen, and I have 0 self-control, and I will just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat all day. And not that it's horrible food or whatever, but I just don't have a comprehension of how much I'm eating. Like if I put a bowl of nuts next to me, I'll just eat them all day long. And if you guys know, like a handful of nuts is like 200 calories, and it's like adds up quickly. So it's, for me, tracking my calories isn't necessarily like saying I have a goal in mind or that I'm trying to stay under a certain calorie, because I don't like that either. It's like, it makes you feel crazy. But it's nice to be able just to know what you're consuming in a day. Even if you just did it for a week, download the app, it's also free. And you can just at least see like, holy cow, I'm actually eating this much in the day. Or, well, my breakfast is really big, or my lunch is really big, maybe I should monitor that. Or just kind of helps you to know exactly what you're eating all day long, especially when you work from home. Oh my God, you don't eat enough? I wish I had that problem. Definitely don't have that issue. I'm like starving all the time. I keep telling my husband that I probably have a tapeworm or something, I'm hoping, because I'm just always starving. I'm always wanting to eat food, and because I sit on my computer. That app is called MyFitnessPal. It's really cool. Okay, so Spark, MyFitnessPal. The third one is my podcast app. So I think it just comes with your phone, but it's an app I click on 10 times a day. I am obsessed with listening to podcasts. There are a few I can recommend. Let me see if I wrote them down. So the non-business ones that I like are, I'm obsessed with podcasts. So the non-business ones, if you guys are looking for like guilty pleasure, Serial, obviously, unless you're under, a rock, you may have heard of that through the social media. But it's like, there's been 2 series, and it's real life mystery, like court cases, or the last one was about Bo Berdahl, the military guy. Anyway, so there's Serial, and then there's Liar City, which is also Well, good. Then good. I'm telling you something you didn't know. So, Liar City is really cool. It's maybe 40-minute, an hour-long podcast, and it'll be titled with a different person that they'll go over kind of their life story and how they kind of live this crazy lie. And you'll recognize a lot of the names. It'll be like celebrities. All the people are well-known people, and it's like goes through their story. It's pretty cool. So those are, well, I don't have time. So I only listen to my podcast when I am cleaning, when I'm driving, when I am working on my computer. It's easier for me to have a podcast running in the background than my TV because then I don't have anything else to distract me. But I have to have something on. And if I listen to music, I just feel like I'm not being as productive as if I'm listening to something that has like content. So if like my husband and I are driving, we'll listen to like those kind of guilty pleasure podcasts. But if it's just me, I listen to crazy amount of business podcasts. Some of the ones I like are Amy Porterfield. Like Shopify has a podcast. Being Boss is another good one. EO Fire. He does one every single day. And then once you click on those, it's like this grapevine and you'll get in this rabbit hole of tons of other really cool podcasts to listen to. And I have learned so much, and no, I haven't listened to that. Oh, that's interesting. No, I haven't heard of that before. That'd be a good idea. But I like listening to podcasts that are business-y when I'm working because it's like I'll hear tips and I'm like, I'm going to write that down really quick. If I'm doing kind of like mindless work, like let's say I'm updating social media or I'm creating graphics or something like that. So next one is Sleep Cycle. This one you have to pay for, but I will tell you my testimonial. It is so cool. You don't need it. It's unnecessary to lift, but it is so nice when you work so much to see kind of how your sleep cycle is. So through this app, I've learned that I'm better to go to bed early and to wake up early, as opposed to if I go to bed. Hold on, babe. Of course, I can't have a second here. But if I miss my 10 p.m. window and I end up in bed at like midnight, I sleep horribly. Even if I'm trying to sleep 8 hours, regardless, which we know I'm not. Let's say like 6 hours realistically. If I go to bed at 10 and wake up at 4, my sleep is at like 80 to 90%, which is like your quality. Whereas if I go to bed at midnight and wake up at 6, my quality is down to like 40%. So it's basically, you can just sleep. Your phone has to be near you, and it will just track if you're sleeping or not. It has like super crazy sensitivity to know if you're like moving in your sleep or if you're not in like a deep sleep. But it's a really cool app. Just check it out and you can probably see the visuals a little bit better than I'm explaining it. Then the other one I like, there's two, I lump these into two categories, but my editing apps that I use for creating like borders or graphics or like quotes that I post on social media is WordSwag and Rana Designs. I think it's called Rana something Designs, I think. But those two are the best way to like pretty up any image, create a quick graphic or button or whatever you want to do. I make all my stickers in WordSwag. So I go to WordSwag, I go to the square, and I make all of my, like, let me see. Like this little Happy Mail Day sticker, I put these on my packages. I make those in there. I make these in there. It's so easy. Like you don't even need, I'm not anything graphic, but they're super simple, very basic, and they work really well. So those are my quick editing apps that I use. Then my last one is called, I think they're like a couple bucks, like maybe like literally like $1.99. There might be a free version of Rana. One of those might have a free version. I don't know. It's been so long that I'm not positive, but I use those every day, so they're totally worth it to me. Calendar 5, I don't know why it's called that, but it's my last, there's my kid. Look in the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, go. I'll be down in a second. The last one that I really like is called Calendar 5. So this is my calendar app. I am obsessed with it. I don't like the app that comes with the phone because there's a couple, I'm like weird, I have to have like a couple specific things. So the one thing is when I look into my month view, I like to see what is scheduled. Whereas if you look into your month view on the one that comes with your phone, it doesn't show you, it'll show you just like dots showing that you have stuff that day. But with this app, and it's free, this app will actually show you like your first line of the event, like similar to how you would view your calendar on your computer. And then you can schedule stuff, you can plan stuff. If you like, it's linked to Gmail somehow where like if I book a flight, it's just like in my calendar. If somebody sends me like a call to be on a call with them, it'll just be in my calendar and it'll be like all set up and everything. So it's really cool. It'll save, you can do like, I have all my stuff set up, like certain stuff I do every week, so I schedule it in there appropriately. Like I ship all my orders on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so every Tuesday and Thursday it like yells at me at 9 a.m. to like go and do that stuff. And I'm the type of person where like I put everything in my calendar. It's like my to-do list, and there is a to-do list function. So it's a really cool app. So Calendar 5 is the other one. And then a couple of, those are the ones I'm just going to explain, and then I'll go through really quickly just a couple of the apps that I use on my phone every day to run my business, because sometimes you don't even know these exist. So obviously Facebook, Facebook Messenger, but did you know that Facebook has a Pages app? You can just have Pages, like just for your business, and it's its own app. It also has a Facebook group, has its own app. So if you're in a ton of groups like I am, and sometimes you just want to look at groups and you don't want to be in your personal page too, it just gets like too crazy when you're on your phone. So if you download the groups app, you can just only see all your groups, and it does them really cool with like little icons. So totally download that if you're like me and you're in a million groups. Let's see, PayPal, obviously, Pinterest, Facebook Messenger, Etsy has its app for if you're searching, and then there's a Sell on Etsy app for if you're selling on Etsy. Periscope, obviously. Dropbox, that's where I store and save and share all my photos for free. Shopify, who I host my one of my product shops with, has its app, and I get a little cha-ching when I make money. MailChimp has its own app. You can do these super, super simple MailChimp ads with the app, and it's so easy, like really, really easy. It's almost like you're doing an Instagram post, but it's an email, I don't know, now I'm missing the word, but it's an email launch, whatever. And then the last one is Facebook Ads has its own app. So Facebook, I literally have a folder of just Facebook apps, and the ads one is its own thing. So that's where you can run and look at your ads and do all that. So that's all I have. Wanted to run through my apps. Replay this if you want to go back and write them down or download them. But that's it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Don't forget to check us out. Sign up for our email list at businessandbabies.com because we're coming out with a free mini course really soon, and it's going to be really awesome. Okay, have a good day, y'all. Bye.